did some good things. We had some, some good things from some of our younger players who we, trying to get some reps. But overall, we got to have more, more performances from our older players, and we didn't have that tonight.
Questions for Q?
Q, you guys had 15 turnovers. What do you think they were throwing at you defensively?
I think it was just our execution being sharp, getting open, stepping across, putting that hand out there, and then go getting the ball. Save the passer even if it's a bad pass.
In a night like tonight where you guys shot it not awesome from three, how important do you think it is to establish the post moving forward?
It's really important. I think that our best shots come from inside out because, when you grow up, you just practice that shot all the time. You get the ball from underneath the basket, and I think that our three-point percentage will go up as we play through that, get into the paint, whether it's guard, post up, and then kick it out.
Anything else for Q? All right, Q. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Coach, obviously, second game without Scottie Pippen Jr. You guys have struggled so far on offense. What do you think has been kind of the difference from the offensive momentum you guys were able to have at the end of last year?
I think there's a number of things there. I think it's some of it is just some new personnel that we're mixing into it. I think we got a brand new point guard. I think he's not Scottie Pippen, but he brings a level of intangibles that we like. With his ability to defend, his ability to get in the paint and make plays. For him, he's still learning. He's learning as well. This is his first time being in the system. He'll get a lot better. He's learning to play with a little bit, the change of pace. He's always been at kind of one speed. So those are things that we're working with him on. But and then our younger point guard Paul. He's going to be really, really good. He does a lot of good things for us. But again, it's just like it's a new level for him. But for us, I don't think it's so much one guy. We just got to have more better efforts from our older guys, and we can't have our senior guys that's been around to go 0 for 5 against this team. Tyron Lawrence didn't have the game tonight. Jordan bounced back. I was proud of how he bounced back from the game that he had in the first game. But then he got a little bit fatigued and maybe tried to do a little too much there. He had 5 turnovers. Miles had 4 turnovers. Again, just guys. We had a big conversation the other day about at this point of the season, you need to do about like 90% of the things that you do well, and 10% of the things or other things. And I think right now we're having guys do more things that they don't do well right now. And we just got to try to, define those roles and what we need them to do a little more. And that's what this early part of the season is for. We're disappointed that we're starting the season off 0-2. But at the same time, I know that we'll go back and we'll look at things and how we can improve and how we can get better. And we got to get the willingness of our guys to do that.
You mentioned Jordan Wright. Was that a point of emphasis to try and get him going at halftime, or more a result of him just being more aggressive coming out of the half?
Yeah, I think it was. We wanted to, again, the basketball is going to make those plays. I think we have out of timeouts, we come out, we have certain guys that we want to try to target, but for the most part, we want to just move the ball from side to side and just make good plays. We got capable shooters, we got capable drive. I think we settled a little bit too much. I think there were opportunities for us to drive the ball, and then once we didn't make shots, they were able to kind of converge on us a little bit more. But it was just one of those nights. I think we come out here, we've had poor shooting performances from 3, and we got really and that's what we rely on our 3-point shooting. To help us win games, but when that's not happening, we got to try to punch it inside and get something. And then when we punch it inside, we didn't play with the force that I thought that we needed to. I think Malik did. He caught it in there, made a couple good moves, but on the defensive end, left a lot to be desired. But he'll continue to learn. He'll continue to get better because we need him. His ability to score the basketball is something that we need on the floor, especially when we're not shooting the ball well. But we can't trade off the defense for that, especially when we're trying to build our identity as a defensive team, and it takes some time to do that.
Yeah, speaking of the freshman, what did you see out of Colin Smith in the first half?
Yeah, Colin did some good things. He made some mistakes, but he did a lot of good things. I mean, he was 4 for 9, 1 for 4. He rushed a couple of those shots. Couple free throws. I mean, missed all 3 of his free throws. Again, those things loom pretty big. When you're in a 1 possession game going down the stretch. I mean, we had opportunity, even though we didn't feel like we played well or we shot well. Overall, there comes moments in the game where you get timely opportunities to make shots. I think Miles had one where I thought he could have tied the game. Had one that he didn't shoot for whatever reason. He said he wasn't on balance or whatnot. But those things that we got to do, we got to work on our shot prep, making sure that we're ready for our shooters to step up and make shots. But Colin did some good things. I mean, 4 offensive rebounds, something that's been an emphasis for us, making sure that we win the rebound. This is the first game that we actually won the rebounding battle, and even though so I think that's a positive sign for us. Even though we didn't win the game, it's positive that we had 2 guys with double-figure rebounds. Colin had 10, Miles had 11, and a couple guys with 6. Our guards, Jordan and Ez and Q had 6, but there's a lot of zeros in there too, and I think that's where we got to continue to improve to get those contributions throughout our roster to give us the best chance to win.
You mentioned that you haven't got really what you wanted from your older guys. Starting lineup was obviously a bit different, a bit younger. Anything behind that?
Well, I think for us it was just about it's again about being a defensive team first, and I think we went with the team that graded out best. I mean, it's a lot of parity on our team right now. I think we know that Jordan Wrights and Tyron Lawrence, those guys that we're counting on, Quentin, Ez, the way he gets into the ball, but they didn't grade out well in that first game. So I mean, I want to reward the guys that come out and try to do the things, especially the ones that get enough minutes, to show that. That's how we're going to build our team. We're not going to win the game just in the first 5 minutes on what we do, on the offensive end, but how we set the tone defensively. But we didn't do that. We came out, we got backdoor right away for a dunk. So we'll see what the lineup look like next time. But I do feel like that's how we got to build it. We got to build it as becoming a defensive team. And like I said, I know that we'll find the offense once we find our rhythm. We played two different teams in these first 2 games. With Memphis, with them switching out everything, forcing us out a little bit. And this team was kind of in a matchup zone where they were switching a lot of different things too. So it jumped the game up a little bit and forced us to really be precise in how we make plays and how we go about in our offense. And our offense wasn't good tonight. But like I said, I think we'll continue to look at the things that we can do to get better at, to improve our shooting. Spend a little bit more time there, but I am pleased with some of the things we did on the defensive end tonight.
Thanks, Coach.